Day 18, Min beneath the trees. This tree is so beautiful, I thought I'd give you the full spectacle of it. Oh, upside down. A tingle of excitement danced across her skin. Together with a companion each, whom it is still for you to choose, we'd have access to 10 extraordinary minds, Otterlin continued. He'd mentioned a companion before. Who would come with me? Good, you're going now, Flick cleverly interpreted. Min squinched her right shoulder as if to squeeze Flick off. Sorry, not working, and you must listen, Flick responded. Only because this involves you, Flutter whispered, snuggling around her arm. Because fledgling intuitors are so rare, it's likely few of you have witnessed their extraordinary gifts when unleashed. Not so, Otterlin looked around at the assembly. Some nodded, then shook their heads. Others shook their heads, then nodded. They looked uncertain and concerned. All were staring at Min. So much for not being front and centre again, and that was just about my Glinhood, Min thought ruefully, remembering her vow of just a few ecos before. It is in the first 12 lunar cycles after they reach their Glinhood that these gifts can be at their most explosive. I've just reached Glinhood, and my powers are not remotely explosive. That's because there's been no reason to explore them. It appears this may be it, Flick said with a hint of glee. How many other opportunities will there be like this to find out how extraordinary they can be? Even Flutter sounded excited. Now this is a little difficult to put to the illumines among you. You see, what we must have now are these extraordinary gifts, intuitive, agile, lightning fast. Otterlin went on, clearing his throat as if a little embarrassed. Out-of-the-box creative thinking. And he paused again. It may be that for some of these intuitors, their potential to communicate across all energies will be their most powerful skill of all. The gathering was still. Min could see they were as stunned as she was by this startling concept. Across all energies? What does that mean? You felt that leaf rippling, Min. That was a message from the presence, even if you couldn't interpret it at the time. Amazing, isn't it? Flutter sounded wonderstruck. The presence? No ways. Yes, ways, Flick answered. Otterlin continued. The time for talk, planning and strategizing and the like is gone. He waved a mighty wing backwards as if in dismissal of any alternative thought. We have a short window in which to construct a campaign and act. And we need to access these powers to come up with inventive ideas and plans that come from the energy and the can-do attitude of these young intuitors. Can-do? Min almost spluttered. She hadn't been able to do anything for ecos. She'd been so caught up with her throbbing wings and her anxiety. We believe that being in the presence of the magnificent Silver Radiance, hearing their story and seeing the ecosystem they've created over millennia will inspire what we need from these extraordinarily gifted glins. And a plan of action that will preserve the future of these life-giving trees is the first task we are compelled to perform, Otterlin concluded. Min felt as if her brain had turned into a ball bouncing around hard in a tiny confined space. She couldn't imagine a single idea, let alone a comprehensive scheme that might save the Silver Radiance future. A question entered her mind. Otterlin, she said tremulously before she could think about it, aren't there fledgling intuitors who live in the Silver Radiant forest who could be better able to help? Otterlin regarded her with soft eyes. Lumens don't live in the Glinterdale Valley, Min. It is reserved only for the flora and fauna who actively contribute to the evolution of the ecosystem. Min blushed. What an idiot. I should have known that. Why did I ask such a stupid question? You're being very harsh on yourself. You weren't to know, Flutter consoled her. Now, Min, Otterlin bowed his head towards her, there is more for you to ponder on. Min closed her eyes. More? Beyond the dangers? Consider how exposure to other Lumen clans, new environments, and the glorious silver radiant forest will change how you see the world. It will expand your skills in ways you cannot possibly imagine, expose you to experiences from which you can develop wisdom, an attribute we are in sore need of now. And in turn, this may catapult you to the next level of intuitedom. Min stared at him, confounded. I'm not even coming to terms with being whatever it is I am. Now he's talking about other levels. I can't imagine even getting to level 0. That'll, swiftly, we predict, change. Both wings spoke together, muddling the words. Min was maddened. Listen, you two. If you're going to speak, at least do it one at a time. Otlin had swiveled his wings, uplifted in an embrace of all those listening. A divinator. You see, Min, he was saying. There's much at stake for you and for us. It's a weighty decision. The gathering hushed. Min registered that the previous mixture of emotions in the watching lumens had changed to fascination. Is that how I feel too? Fascinated? Intuitor? Divinator? Me? Min? None of it made sense. Still, she was aware of shivers arcing through her body, simultaneously confusing and thrilling. She was feeling different. She tried to pin it down. Her wings were humming. Humming? You're humming like you're happy or something. How are you feeling, Min? Flutter asked. I'm not sure. What Otlin has said is thrilling. It's also terrifying. How do I know I'm up to any of what he expects me to do? When you come to terms with what you are, you'll deliver, Flick announced. And we are here, you know, Flutter said. Not as if you have a choice, Flick added. Min listened to their messages. There was nothing to add. Lana was speaking. Thank you, Otlin. It would, she stopped, looking uncertain. It seems that what you're dealing with is quite beyond our imagination. Forgive us, my dear friend. Perhaps we need to rest before we can make a sensible assessment of your request for Min to leave with you. I understand. I'll rest too. While you consider and decide, Otlin replied. The gathering dispersed. Min was aching to close her burning eyes. I don't want to eat. I'm just going to sleep. She yawned. And Mums, I don't have a choice, do I? See you under the trees tomorrow.